So I'm happy to make this video for Wild Badger Power. This is a sponsored video. They did reach out to me and ask me if I'd be willing to try out their product. So this is a sponsored video. If you decide to purchase, you're gonna get a lot of value for the amount of money that you're paying, right? So you can see that this one tool is capable of doing a lot of different things. The trimmer part, and we're gonna slide it in here, push this little hole down. There we go. All right. So it comes with those little protective rubber pieces on the end, which is good to probably keep these for like storage when you're not using them. Next thing we need to do is get this handle on here. There is a rubber piece that is connected between the handle. That is a sleeve part that has a little slit in it. Unscrew the screws because it's connected together, open it up, take the sleeve out, place it on the tube, and now after that, then you can connect the two pieces together, okay? And apparently this piece here is what you're gonna use for when you're using probably this thing here, right? To hold that blade on there. So be careful, you know, you don't wanna mess it up. All right, so we should be good here. Next thing we need to do is get a 50-to-1 mix into the Badger. I use this stuff here, 50-to-1, and I'm gonna go ahead and get some in here. I find it easier to use the pre-mixed as opposed to trying to go mix it yourself. It's always difficult to do that. That should be good for now. Very good. I'm gonna push the primer button. There is a primer button underneath here, right underneath the filter part here, right by the gas cap. Right underneath here is a little primer bowl. So I'm gonna push it 10 times. Here's your on-off button here, but it stays on all time. You just flick it back to turn it off right here on the O right here. So it stays on. There we go. Here, this is a little protective shield to protect you. So if there is an emergency, you can pull the red little hinge right here and it'll pop off without having to try to unhook it, all right? Back side of my house. For the most part, so far so good with the Wild Badger tools, Badger multi-tool. And this is a tap to feed head. So when the weed eater twine gets low, all you gotta do is, you know, tap it on the ground and it'll spin out some more. And we're gonna work on edging this driveway. Looks like edging. So first time to use it. All right, so clearly the edger is going to be a big help around my house. Let's take a look and see what we did here on this side of the driveway. As you can see, nice straight edge all the way down and deep. You can see a nice straight edge all the way down with the edger attachment. So we are doing great. You can see these are overgrown. They haven't been trimmed down in a while. So the perfect spot to work with the Hedge trimmer. The Hedge trimmer on the Badger multi-tool here. Haven't trimmed these hedges in quite a while and made pretty good work of them with the multi-tool here. You know, it was a little rough on some of these that were backed by the by the brick patio here. Bumped into the brick a little bit, so there may have been a couple that might need to be cut by hand just so we don't damage the tool. But a nice straight across cut. Also a little trim up here up front. We're just gonna sweep this all up and we're good on trimming the hedges with the multi-tool. So the fourth thing you can do with this multi-tool here from Badger is to, instead of putting the trimmer attachment on like we did at first, use this for some heavy duty brush. Now it's got the protectors on here so you don't get hurt, but this is a 3-pronged blade here. I do not have anywhere on my property that I would need to use this. I don't have anything that's out of control, but you could use this overgrown brush area, or trying to clear some land maybe, or maybe you got an overgrown drainage ditch. Sometimes that happens to people in my neighborhood. We have a covered ditch, but some people have exposed ditches. So you could use this if you're encountering, heavy duty, tall, thick weeds that are too thick to be gotten with your traditional trimmer. So you could put this on there, and that's self-explanatory, guys. You just, right there, and you're good to go. Just be real careful. Obviously that's dangerous. And again, this has been a sponsored video, and I appreciate Badger reaching out to me and highlighting their product today, and I'm excited to have it in my tool shed of tools to be used to help my yard look good.